What's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Alright, what's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Well, welcome back to another abandoned video. Now, here we are in East Northport, across from the Larkfield Manor. I'm parked over here in the shopping center, because obviously the place that I'm about to go to, I have no access to get inside of the parking lot. So I had to park at the shopping center next door, across the street from the beautiful Larkfield Manor. Absolutely gorgeous venue. I remember when I came here with my late youngest sister-in-law for her prom a couple of years ago. Well, not a couple of years ago, but, you know, about 11, 12 years ago. I came here with my wife's younger sister because she had no prom date. So I came with her. It's a beautiful place, man. So I'm right here, right in front of the Larkfield Manor, and right across the street from the shopping center. You know, you got a CVS over here, you got a TikTok center, and you got a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'm right next door to a Starbucks. Now, since I couldn't get inside, I'm parked in the shopping center. And now we're going to be doing this abandoned Chinese restaurant called Precious. Now, I found out about this through Facebook. You know, every now and then, Newsday post articles or they post photos saying that a specific location that's been around for years has closed down. And that's how I found out about this place. I found out about this place maybe about a month ago, I want to say. And this place closed down almost a month ago. This place closed down on March 31st. They closed down on March 31st. And they've been here for 25 years. They were here since 2001. So they've been here for 25 years and they finally closed down last month on March 31st. I'm not exactly sure why they closed. You know, I don't know what happened. But all I know is that it's gone. You know, they still have the lettering on the outside of the building. And, you know, and now this Chinese restaurant sits inside of a former Pizza Hut. It used to be a Pizza Hut a long time ago. So, yeah, man, I never ate here. But I've done pickups here for Uber Eats before. I've never eaten here, but from what I heard and from what I've read, the food was actually pretty decent here. And I went on Google and I checked out the reviews, and they had a lot of high-end reviews. You know, a lot of people seem to have liked this place. And a lot of people on Facebook, us Long Islanders, seem to be pretty sad and upset that this place was closing down. So, you know, for this place to get a lot of hype, the way it did, and the way it still does, based on the comments that I read on Facebook, the people are sad and upset that they closed it down. This place must have been really good. I mean, they were here for 25 years. So I would assume that it was as good as it say. If people say that, you know, as people say it was. You know, as a lot of people gave this place a lot of hype. And for them to be here for 25 years, you know, says a lot. So I would assume, you know, that this place was really good. You know, and every time I came here, when I did Uber Eats, I came here about maybe 2 or 3 times to do a pickup here, and it was always packed. It was always packed. I used to get a couple of good orders from here, and it was always packed every time I came here. You know, I'm not exactly sure why they closed. I don't know if it was finances. I don't know if they were having any foot traffic. I don't know what was happening. Or maybe they already had it planned to move and they already planned to leave. I don't know. You know, but yeah, man, we're right here on Larkfield Road. The address to this place was 504 Larkfield Road, East Northport, New York, 11731. So they closed down on March 31st, almost a month ago. Today is Sunday, April 26th. So they closed down almost a month ago. So I waited a little while, you know, until the property was fully vacated for me to go in there and do a video, you know, because last time, you know, I tried to do the abandoned friendlies last year, and I went there a couple of days after they were closed, and, you know, it was on a weekend, and little did I know, that there were still people in there clearing out the restaurant. And then I walked over there. I was walking around taking photos like I always do, walking around taking photos, scoping the place out. And then I'm sitting in my car, you know, well, not sitting in my car, but I was, when I'm outside, I was going, all right, welcome to so-and-so, whatever. And, you know, when I was done filming that portion of the video, as soon as I was about to start recording, I turned around to start recording, and as soon as I looked, somebody was staring at me through the window. I was like, uh-oh, I may have gotten caught. And he disappeared. So I walked over there to the window, and I looked inside, and there was a crap ton of people in there, clearing out all the benches, clearing out all the tables, clearing out all the restaurant equipment, taking out the soda dispenser. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to have to wait a little while before I come over here. And then I went back about a week later, and it was fully vacated, and nobody was there, and I was able to do the video. So yeah, man, it doesn't look like there's anybody here anymore. So without further ado, enough with the talking, enough with the yapping, and let's get out of the car and check out this abandoned precious Chinese restaurant here in East Northport. You guys ready to go? Alrighty, here we go. All right, what's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Well, here we are. Welcome to the abandoned precious Chinese restaurant here in East Northport. 504 Larkfield Road, East Northport, New York, 11731. Now, as you can see by the Trapezoid Street sign, clearly this used to be a... Are you f***ing done? God, man. All right, let's try that again. All right, what's going on? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Well, here we are. Welcome to the abandoned precious Chinese restaurant here in East Northport. 504 Larkfield Road, Northport, New York, 11731. Now, as you can tell by the Trapezoid Street sign, clearly this used to be a Pizza Hut. You know, and then unfortunately, now it's gone. You know, a Pizza Hut, and then it was a Pizza Hut, and then it turned into precious Chinese restaurant. And now it's gone. So you can tell behind me too, you can see all the windows are trapezoids. That's a signature from Pizza Hut. That used to be a signature with their building design. So yeah, man. So anyway, on the main entrance over there on the other side, back that way, on the main entrance, there's a sign on the door that said they closed down because the lease was expiring and they felt that it was the right thing to do to retire. So they closed down because of an expiring lease, which honestly, I don't blame them. You know, with how the economy is going these days, I don't blame them for leaving, you know? And yeah, I've never eaten here, but I've delivered here with Uber Eats. You know, maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe twice, 3 times maybe. And, you know, it was always packed, man. I mean, they also have a menu there by the main entrance, and it's a pretty expansive menu. It's a pretty expansive menu. It's pretty big. You know, I was looking at the stuff they had, and it looked like they had a lot of good food here, man. And it must have been really good because a lot of people, like I said before, they were sad and upset that this place closed down. And for this place to get the amount of hype that it did, it must have been really good for it to be here for 25 years, you know? And unfortunately, it's gone because of an expiring lease. And they didn't want to renew it, and they wound up leaving. So yeah, man, it's sad. You never like to see a place like this closed down, you know? I was always willing one day to eat here, but unfortunately now I can't because it's closed. I've never eaten here before, but I've done plenty of deliveries here with Uber Eats. So yeah, man. Yeah, it is what it is. It happens. But, you know, what are you going to do? All right, well, without further ado, enough with the talking, enough with the yapping, and let's turn the camera on and check out this abandoned precious Chinese restaurant here in East Northport. Ready to go? Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, and that is the abandoned precious Chinese cuisine. No more egg rolls, no more spring rolls, no more shrimp, no more special fried rice, no more wonton soup, no more crab rangoons, no more fortune cookies, none of that. Let's check this place out. Now, as you guys could tell, there goes the signature Pizza Hut building design. You see the trapezoid windows? That's a signature from Pizza Hut. And then they got the trapezoid corner there. Let's check this place out. Here we go. Take a look. See? Everything is in there and everything is ready to go. But it's gone, it's closed. It looks like they just said, okay, you know what, man, we're leaving. We're just going to leave everything the way it was. That's it. Closed forever. Speaking of Pizza Hut building designs, when I went to Orlando for my birthday last month, I was actually able to sit down inside a dine-in Pizza Hut and eat at one of these retro locations that had the trapezoid windows. And I was so happy to do that. The pizza was so good there. The food was amazing. I was so happy that I got to go to Orlando last year and find out that there was a retro Pizza Hut next door to my hotel with one of these epic building designs, a classic building design with the trapezoid windows and everything there beyond. And that Pizza Hut also had the red cups. It was amazing. It really felt nostalgic being in there. Yeah, you see, everything is set and ready to go. But unfortunately, there's no business going on in here right now. Hopefully, sooner or later, one day, somebody takes it over, man. I really hope so. Yep. That's it. Looked like a relatively decent location too. And like I said, this place has an expansive menu. It has a really expansive menu. A big menu at that, really expansive. I'm gonna show you guys that in a few minutes when we walk over there. Is it open? Nope. Not meant to be. Just like Wally always says in his video. Not meant to be. That's it. Oh, there go the cameras. I don't think this place has any electricity anymore. And there goes the parking lot right here. It's a pretty big parking lot, pretty decently sized. That's it. I love how they just have a giant arrow taped to the wall and it just says walk. Really? All right, let's go for a walk then. Oh man, and there goes the beautiful Larkfield Manor. Beautiful venue, man, an absolutely beautiful place. Like I said before, I've taken my late baby sister-in-law here many years ago. My late sister-in-law, to a prom here. She had no prom date, and she asked me to be her prom date, so I took her many years ago. Beautiful place, man. It's gorgeous. But let's keep going. Oh, well, obviously that's closed. Yeah, that's not open. But can you see inside the hole? No, not really. I mean, what if I zoom in? No, you can't see nothing in there. What about the bottom hole? Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Ah, focus, you bastard. Come on, you bastard, focus. There it goes. Couple of boxes, looks like a couple of ingredients. Okay, all right. This freaking bastard of a camera didn't want to focus. And I would assume that this was the freezer over here, right? That's probably not open. Nope. locked up tight. Looked like somebody was trying to get in here because obviously they have a string attached. And when you have the string attached, you would try to pull the door open. And obviously it looked like some damage was done to the door for somebody who was trying to get in. Man, if it's not meant to be, just leave the place alone, man. Leave it alone. Seriously. What the hell is this? Seriously? I just find it comical, absolutely comical, how they have these signs, these plastic signs with the word walk on it, with an arrow pointing that way. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. This is the main entrance over here. They have the parking lot coned off on the entrance, but I could have went through the exit. I just didn't see it until the last second. But I parked my car in the shopping center next door. And there goes the abandoned Pizza Hut trapezoid windows. A classic Pizza Hut building design. Look at that menu. Look at that menu. Look how big the menu is. Obviously, I'm not going to read everything, but look at that menu. Look how big the menu was. Look at this. They had a huge menu, man. A big menu. A very big menu. I'll go through it and you guys can read it. You know, I'll hold the phone here so you guys can read. What a huge menu, man. Look at this stuff. They had a lot of stuff in here. Wow. Dang. For a second, I thought that first one said human lamb. I saw that for a second, and then I saw that it was an N instead of an M. I thought it said human lamb for a sec. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here, man. This place had a big menu, man. A huge menu. Wow, man. What a big menu. Yeah, this place must have been really good to get the amount of hype that it got. Yeah, look, they have everything set and ready to go. Ready to take customers. That's it. It's gone. Wow, look at this. 2002. Suffolk County Detective Investigative, PBA. Wow. 24 years ago. American Express cards, welcome. Optima. American Express. Wow. And here's the sign. Precious will be closing its doors permanently on March 31st. With our lease ending, we have decided the time is right to retire. Thank you for your loyal patronage and support over the years. In case of an emergency, please text 516-886-4558. I don't know what kind of emergency there would be over here. Is it open? Nope. Not meant to be, guys. Not meant to be. Just like Wally always says in his videos. Not meant to be. Oh, they still have a newspaper up there too. Look at that. Let me see. There goes, yeah, there goes the address. Terrific Chinese cookery. City Bites, news and notes. Lily Wang with a selection of dishes at Precious, a Chinese restaurant in East Northport. I mean, for this place to get the amount of hype that it got, and for people to be so sad and upset, I would assume this place had to be really good. I mean, this place got a lot of hype. I mean, a lot of people pumped this place up. So it must have been really good. Oop. And there goes my job right there, Uber Eats. I used to work with DoorDash and then I switched over to Uber Eats. And I picked up over here quite a number of times, man. And it was always decently packed. That's it. Another newspaper up there. What did that say? Maria Maroney and her husband, Michael L. Maroney. Cuisine, where you can keep the meatball pot. Oh, and what's this up here? The year's top 10 and 1 to grow on. Juanita Cook and the staff at the Cooks. New York Avenue and Huntington Station. Wow. So this place seems to have taken a lot of pride in other establishments. Wow. Is this one open? Nope. Not meant to be. Alright, let's check out these other few windows before we do the walk around. There it is. And there go the menus. Yeah, it looks like somebody could just come over here right now and start accepting customers. Sit down wherever you want or just have them seated. And you're done. You can enjoy the food. Wow, man. How sad. But I guess nothing lasts forever. Crazy, man. And there goes one last look through the last window. I love the Pizza Hut trapezoid windows. Classic, typical Pizza Hut design. No more. That's it. Ah, well. I guess it is what it is, man. You never like to see a place like this close. But like I said before, with how the economy is being run into the ground these days, I don't blame the family for leaving. And there goes the beautiful Larkfield Manor. That place is gorgeous, man. It is absolutely beautiful. The Larkfield Manor. And here goes the exit sign over here. It's precious with an arrow pointing out. Right here. See? Right there, precious. And then there goes the Trapezoid Street sign. Right there. Which obviously tells you it used to be Pizza Hut. And then there goes the Precious Street sign over there, where it has the arrow pointing in for you to get inside. Alright guys, well that does it for this video. There it goes. No more Precious Chinese cuisine. No more egg rolls. No more spring rolls. No more wonton soup. No more dim sum. No more shrimp. No more special pork fried rice. No more crab rangoons. No more fortune cookies. None of that. Alright guys, well I'm going to try to prop my phone up so I'm going to do the walk around. And then I guess I'll see you guys in the car for the outro, alright? Alrighty. See you guys in a few. What's going on? So what do you guys think about that place, huh? What'd you think? Huh? Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Well, I figured since today is a beautiful Sunday evening and the weather finally cleared, I figured I'd come out here film a video for you guys, And I always told myself, man, that eventually one day if this place were to ever go down, then I would do a video here. And it's a shame I never got to eat here. But, from that expansive menu and for the amount of hype that people gave this place the way it did, it must have been really fucking good, man. This place must have been really fucking good for it to get that much hype, And I don't know, man, but, I've delivered here with Uber Eats. I've done pickups over here maybe 2 or 3 times, and it was always a decent crowd. Every time I came here, there was always a decent crowd, and it's a shame that their lease was expiring and they chose not to renew it, and they chose to leave. But honestly, like I said before, I don't blame them. I don't blame them for leaving. With the way the economy is being drilled into the ground these days, I don't blame them for leaving. And if they were of age, if they were older owners, then I could see why they would retire and just close the place down. So it's sad, man. You never like to see a place like this close. I always like supporting local mom and pop shops, you know what I mean? And this is one of those places that if I'm not familiar with, hell, I'll give it a freaking try. I'll give it a try, man. If it's a place that I'm unfamiliar with, I'll go in and give it a try. I like trying new things, it's a shame, that they close it down. It's gone now. It's, it is what it is. But how cool is it that it sits inside a former Pizza Hut, huh? You have the old classic trapezoid windows and the trapezoid street sign. A classic typical Pizza Hut building design. Crazy, right? So you go from pizza to Chinese food. And they were here for 25 years. They were here for 25 years, man. And, after 25 years, that's it. It's gone. They closed. It's over. That's sad, man. I really wanted to come here one day. I wanted to come and take my wife here one day. But not everything lasts forever, I guess, right? Yeah, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, man, it sucks. You don't like seeing anything like that close down. But it happens, man. But for this place to get a lot of hype the way it did, it must have been really good. I would assume that it was really good. With the amount of people getting sad and upset that this place closed down, the amount of comments that I saw on Facebook, a lot of people were really sad and upset that this place closed down, man. And with a lot of people boosting this place up the way they did, giving it a lot of hype the way they did, yeah, this place must have been really good, man. It must have been really fucking good. Well, hopefully something good takes over, man. If it's Chinese food or another pizza joint or another Italian restaurant, hopefully something sooner or later takes over. They've only been closed down for a month. So, I would assume that sooner or later something's going to take it over. You know what I mean? But it was cool to check this place out, man. It was really cool to come over here and see this place. I figured, since I'm home on a Sunday evening, I had nothing to do at home. I was bored. I figured I'd come out here film a video for you guys. You know what I mean? I had nothing to do. I was bored at home. So I just said, you know what, man? Let me come out here film a video for you guys. I already knew about this place too. So I was going to come here eventually. I just didn't know when. Obviously, I've been busy with my family. And obviously, you guys know that, last month my grandmother fell and broke her hip. And she had surgery. She got operated on. And more than a month later, almost going on 2 months, she's still in the nursing home. So, yeah. So, there's just been so much chaos going on within the past month that I have not had any time, to go out there and do any videos at all. Because of things happening in my life that got in the way. And because of time constraints that have prevented me from going out to do videos. Or do anything in general, So I'm finally, slowly and surely, starting to get out there now to do videos. I'm slowly and surely starting to go back to my routine of doing videos for you guys. I'm moving a little slow right now. I get that, but it takes time, when there's a lot of stuff happening all at once. You got to focus on your priorities. You got to keep your priorities straight. Really? Hey, would you cut that out? I'm doing a fucking video. Excuse me, I'm doing a fucking video. You want to do that again? Thank you. My God. One more time, man. One more time. Don't make me get up out this car. Don't make me get up out this car. I thought so. Man. You guys gotta love my sense of humor, right? Everybody's gotta have a sense of humor one way or another, man. It's always good to laugh at yourself sometime, you know what I mean? But anyway, like I said before, my grandmother has been in the nursing home for almost 2 months already, and you know, with all the time constraints going on regarding me and my family and me taking care of personal matters, I haven't really been able to get out there and film any videos or just do anything in general. I haven't been really able to enjoy life because of me attending to my family's needs, you know, and, you know, there's a lot of things going on right now, but slowly and surely I'm starting to get back into the swing of things with filming videos. So, you know, I'm filming here and, you know, I filmed the, well, I mean, I'm not going to say what I filmed, whatever, it doesn't matter. A couple of days ago, those videos will be posted later. I filmed on Thursday, actually. Today is Sunday. So 3 days ago, on Thursday, I filmed the abandoned Payless shoe source and Payless Kids over there in West Babylon, and I was able to get inside. So I can't wait to show you guys that video. All the doors were unlocked, so I was able to get inside. And right after that, in the same shopping center, damn, that's a tongue twister. In the same shopping center, I was able to film connected together an abandoned Party City and an abandoned Joanne. So it's pretty cool, man. I was glad I was able to get those videos. And the real reason I was out there, I was working with Uber Eats that day, and unfortunately I caught a flat. And I got stuck in the shopping center. I dropped off my last delivery, and I figured since I was stuck, I'd kill a couple of videos that I've been wanting to do. I didn't know about the Party City and Joanne behind the Payless shoe source, but I did know about the Payless shoe source, and it still has the original lettering on it. I can't wait to show you guys that video soon. You know what I mean? It's going to be really cool, man, taking a step back in time. Payless shoe source. Man, I remember that when I was a kid, man. Wow, that's a name that I'm sure us 90s babies have not heard in a long time. A very long time. Dang. Well, I got a couple of videos coming for you guys, including this one. So stay tuned and stick around. We're going to have some fun. All right? Alrighty, guys. Just like Wally always says it to each and every one of his videos. You guys stay awesome. And just like I always say it to each and every one of my videos. You guys stay cool. Stay happy. Keep smiling. And just enjoy your life. What's going on? Yup. I'm glad I'm back, man. You know, you guys see I got the beard going. The only reason I got the beard going is because right now the Knicks are in the playoffs. So I got the playoff beard going. And obviously you guys haven't seen my hair this long in a long time. I usually grow it out during the colder months. But I got the playoff beard going because the Knicks are in the playoffs. Right now they're tied 2-2 with the Atlanta Hawks. Knicks are playing Game 6 on Tuesday. So yeah, Game 5. They're playing Game 5 on Tuesday at Madison Square Garden. So let's go Knicks. All right? Alrighty, guys. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. And I shall see you guys at the next destination. Until the wind blows us to the next... Wow. I clearly have no tongue today. Until the wind blows us to our next destination, I shall see you guys there. Wherever that may be. All right? I clearly have no tongue today, man. That's how you know it's the end of the week. All right? Alrighty, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until the wind blows us to our next destination, I shall see you guys there. All right? Alrighty, guys. Take care.